folks, I'm Prospector Jerry. It's my girlfriend Inga. We're about to be on another adventure today. We came up to the gold shack 2 nights ago. It's mid-March, springtime. We've had some heavy rain, some snow even here on the property, but now it's pretty nice out. You can see everything's green behind me. See out this way, nice and clear skies today. Well, I wouldn't say clear, but not overcast. We have some clouds. It's gonna be a good day though. So what are we doing today? Today, we are headed down to our spot on the river. We're actually hiking down here, down a trail back here. We've been down here before. We usually take the side-by-side as far as we can. It's a gnarly trail down, 4x4 trail that we made over the summer. This summer, we're trying to improve upon it. We're gonna make it a little bit further down to the water so we don't have to walk so far, but this trip, we don't have the side-by-side. I'm actually doing the brakes on it, and we have an unfortunate event. Just past my pad here, there's already a slide that came down and covered up part of the road, so you could barely get by with the side-by-side. We had to do a little bit of work, but with the rains this year, the ground from underneath it started to wash out. So the other side of the road started to wash out. So it's basically you could just walk by it at this point, and we'll show you when we walk by. I don't know what we're gonna do, if we're gonna get the side-by-side down there or not. We're gonna have to do a bunch of digging, messing with the road down here to do that. So for now, we're just walking. We decided we needed our steps today. We've hiked down there before. It's not a fun hike, but it's a good workout. So we're gonna get our workout in today. We're gonna get down to the river. We're gonna do some metal detecting, do some crevicing, try to find some gold, get some gold to show you guys. The gold shack is kind of temporarily put away right now. We usually have a lot more of a setup here, overhang, things like that, but that's during the summertime, during the main part of the season. We could leave it like that. During the winter, you see I have a tarp up here. I have that tarp kind of hanging over all this stuff to keep it out of the weather. So for now, we just roll it up so we could use the little outdoor kitchen. And that's all we really need. So this is all we're really bringing with us this trip. Got the TDI, White's TDI, pulse detector, some panning stuff in here, minimal stuff, camera, lunch. Very basic. This bag looks pretty big, but it's mostly empty. There's just some water and pans and hand tools in there.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad? Inga's isn't too bad. She's got the drone, some camera stuff, and lunch. This will be our first trip down to the diggings this season. We haven't been down here all year because of the weather. It's pretty wet and gets really gnarly going down the hill, so we try to avoid going down there during the winter. Needless to say, we're both pretty stoked to get down there and begin our prospecting year. So we rode our e-bikes yesterday. Have a video coming out on a new review for an e-bike, so stay tuned for that. Or I might have already posted it, but I was down here charging these batteries. And look, they're both green, so they're both fully charged. Awesome. Don't want to leave that running. So right down here, this is what I was talking about. This is where it was already tight to get the side-by-side around it. We made enough room, and we had been using it all summer, but now the bottom slid out. And this is just part of being up here. This is a very steep part of the mountain. A lot going on here. So,
I don't know.
and you could see this would have slid too, but I have a cable, like a cable gate right here. That's a steel cable, and it's literally holding this back, I think, that one cable. And here's where it slid off of this hill and down over the road. So technically, if it doesn't slide too much more, I mean, the road goes back a good, I don't know, to those trees back there, right there. We could definitely dig this hump out and probably use it. We have other ways to get over here too, but this was kind of our little shortcut. But we'll just walk it for now. Be careful with the sticks. I put those sticks in there to monitor if it starts falling anymore.
Go under?
Yeah, whatever is comfortable.
I don't think I can go over it.
Good job. I'm gonna go over it. Right.
Just high enough.
Just high enough. This river's kind of spotty when it comes to gold, so we know that there's an area that we've done okay at, and there's still potential to search there. Might do a little detecting along the way. There's a couple of bedrock spots that look pretty good also. We have to be careful for ticks. That's another thing. I don't see anything yet, but it's tick season, and yesterday... I do?
No, you had one.
Yeah, I had one on me. I do? I have one now? No. There is?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to get it on camera? Here, let me
See?
see it. Say hi.
Or brush them off? Okay. Quick little inventory. Let me look at you. I don't see any on you. All right, let's keep going. The ticks like it where it's moist. They like areas where it's really green and lush and there's some moisture. So when you get out here into this kind of stuff, more so into the wooded areas, it's gonna be less so. But when you're on a trail specifically where animals go and then they go by like a moist area, that's where the ticks are gonna be. What we're hiking on was once an old road that's completely overgrown, but due to the steep hillsides and the rain, it's now washed out in multiple areas and unusable. See those guys right there below you? Those fern heads? You could eat those. Where they're twisted like that. Yeah, these guys. Yeah. This beautiful hiker babe coming down the hill. She's not a prospector. Where'd you find her? I could hear the comments already. This thing stands out to me. It's a huge madrone. Look at this thing. Don't see too many this big. There's a target right here. It's pretty loud. It's kind of too loud, but there's some discrimination going on there too. It's not iron, or I don't think it's iron. Right there, it's a good looking crack too. It's at the low point of all this bedrock. Let's dig that. Got a loud target right in there in that crack. And this looks pretty good because it's at the lower point of all this bedrock. You got all these fractures. There's a bunch of targets up in there too. So I'm gonna break this up, see if we can find any gold. Target's in the pan. Water's cold. I took it out. I should have showed it to the camera. So I did a rookie mistake and I took the little sliver of iron that was our target out and I think I chucked it. So I can't show that to you, but I can show you the little bit of gold that's in there. It's hard to see. You can see that little bit of gold. Nothing crazy. Quite a bit of little stuff in there though. I think what we're going to do is dig this out. This right here looks really good. Bedrock's shallow. There's all kinds of metal targets in there. I'm going to try to push this away, clean up inside there. Just big enough to shimmy around. That's about it. A nice pan from that crack. Look at that. That's a full-size pan. All kinds of gold in that pan. We're getting some gold, but nothing crazy, just some residual stuff, so I think we're going to move on. Now that's new. Some jawbones, some small animal. Spine over here. Little critter was killed. Didn't see that last time. Something brought that over here and ate it up. Back at the original spot. I think this is where we'll finish out our day. We've gotten our best gold here. It's changed a lot. Water's been up. This is all buried. The water usually was down to those rocks down there. I think we're gonna stop and eat something. Brought ourselves a little lunch, a couple sandwiches, then we'll get to work. We know that there's gold around here. Kind of slowed up last time we were here, but we'll make something appear. Cheers. More mortadella. Provolone. That's the river sandwich. I think I'll try to move some of this rock around right now. There's a fair bit of material. If I could get underneath some of this stuff. We were doing pretty good. I think all the better gold we were getting is from up underneath here. So I'm gonna move some of this around, see what moves and what doesn't. Big rock coming down. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, from the little bit of moving this stuff around right here, just getting the stuff off at the top, we got some gold, nothing crazy. Definitely some gold in there, nothing crazy. Ah!
Really? Was it?
I just was talking to the camera for like 5 minutes and it wasn't even on. So let's do that again. I still have my smile. At least I'm smiling. I got one of the best pans of the day, the best pan of the day. So I was just explaining to the camera. I came over here because, quick rundown of the spot, the best gold that we've gotten from this whole area right here on this corner. Nugget from down in there. This one crack had some of the best gold in it that we had. These other ones, not so much. And then that part that we were just breaking out of there that didn't have barely anything, in the beginning it had some of the best pieces. Otherwise, just kind of sparse and gold here and there throughout the rest of it. But I came over here to this crack, right here, and dug this out. Dug all that out. I was just looking at this. This looks good. Continuation of it comes down here. That's probably my next target. And maybe even some of this. But best pan of the day so far. Check it out. Yep, I'd say that was a nice pan. That was one pan. Full-size pan. Oh yeah. Lots of gold in there. Better pan than the rest of them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of chunkies.
What are you looking at over here?
I wanted to take some of these plants, but they're so fragile, I don't think they would even survive.
These little succulents. Succulents, they're all over the place. Look at this. They're pretty. Really pretty. They're all over this moss. I like this one underneath my pan. Where'd it go?
That one?
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. It has red.
Yep.
I took a picture of it too. I think you did also.
Yep. Let's get back over there and dig some more. Let's see how much we can get out of here. Or how much more, I should say. So this is where this Huntley spoon, I think that's how you pronounce it, Huntley. That's where this comes in clutch. This is deep. You can get way down in here, like so. Just get one spoonful at a time. But that material, even though it's very small amount, this is rich material. For all I know, there could be a half gram, a gram in each one of these scoops. I wish, but just giving you an example. This is a really nice crevice here. Another thing to consider, sometimes it comes in handy to hit certain cracks like this at certain times of the year. You come down here in the summertime, this is all really light and dry. It's gonna be a hard time getting all that out of there. But since it's just wet enough, it's got just the right viscosity to where it sticks in the spoon well, and you're able to get it out of there. See? Inga's just hanging out, waiting for me, hoping that I get some good gold. Probably can't hear a word I'm saying. The cold? Turtle? Where? It says there's a turtle out there. Oh, a turtle, huh? I haven't seen one of those here yet. Let's pan this out. Fingers crossed for some good gold. Stuff on my face, you said?
Yes. There's some
I
stuff
can't see
in
what it is, so.
here. Wait.
That's how you know I was working hard.
Better.
There's some more gold. Not quite as rich as the last one, but a nice little chunk. A chunky bit. Can we hear it? Yep, hear it. Alright. Something's telling me maybe you're in there. Or even over here. I remember getting up and down this before, it was kind of gnarly. Getting up it might be even gnarlier. Is it worth trying to climb down right here? Let's see. Will I make it back up? Put this in my gold pan. Oh boy. Oh. Whew. Oh boy. All right. I think this is gonna be my last pan of the day. Starting to get late. I know Inga's been such a good sport, just hanging out over there. But she is by herself. She doesn't want to come over here, it's too treacherous for her. All right, I got this last pan of the day down to reveal point. I don't know why, I have a good feeling about it. That was a really good spot. And these other areas that look like it, they'd put out some pretty good gold, so let's see it. Oh, that's the best pan of the day. Awesome. It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh yeah. Finally some chunkies. Best pan of the day. Keep saying that, but this is the last pan of the day and happens to be the best. I know I could go back over there and poke around some more, and there's probably still some material left, but I'm gonna leave that for another video. This piece right here is a nice one. Nice chunky bit. Can you hear it? Yep. All right. Nice chunky little bit. We had a pretty good day. It got off to a little bit of a slow start. We had that really good pan downriver, made our way up. What I'm starting to find is that, you know, we really haven't spent a lot of time here, but I have a feeling that there's a lot better gold than we think there is. We've kind of been stuck on this one area because we've done well here. It's an obvious spot in the river where there's should be gold, so there is gold, and we've kind of been focused on that. It doesn't help that we found that nugget in the beginning of last year here. I think that kind of keeps bringing us over here, but it might be, that nugget I feel like was kind of a fluke. It had a lot of quartz to it. It was in kind of a weird location. That's kind of a fluke nugget. It's not really pointing to a deposit. But every time we do come over here, we find pretty good gold. So we'll probably be back. I left one of those crevices over there, half dug, did my last pan of the day. There's still material to come back to, so we're gonna have to come back and clean that up. Right below it, there's a deposit of material where the bedrock kind of crumbled through and it looked really good. It would probably be worth moving that stuff around and checking that out too. If I look up there, you know, that was right around in here. So in the summertime, we might be able to set up a sluice somewhere down here. If we could do that, set up a sluice, maybe in those rapids or right here somewhere, that will be really interesting to be able to check that out and sluice all that material. We're gonna eat the last sandwich before we go. One mortadella and provolone sandwich. That's our energy for hiking up the hill. Probably won't do a lot of filming of that. We filmed coming down, but coming up, we're gonna be huffing and puffing so much, it's not gonna be worth trying to film that. So, might check in with you back at the cabin, make sure that the bear didn't break into anything. Fingers crossed on that one. What are we doing for dinner tonight? Chicken? Chicken and what?
Sweet potatoes?
I think chicken and ravioli sounds better.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah,
does sound good.
chicken and ravioli.
Did you bring the Parmesan cheese?
I didn't bring Parmesan cheese.
Babe.
Didn't bring Parmesan, but we'll do barbecue chicken, ravioli. I think we got some squash. Could grill that up.
We have squash. We have fresh mozzarella balls.
Ooh.
And some cherry tomatoes, so we can maybe add that.
That's an awesome meal to come home to after a day of working on the river. I'll take that. So I know there's a few people that always comment, well, I wish you would have separated the black sand before showing. I'm not going to spend my time to sit down here at the river and do that. You got to understand how much time that takes and how much gold you're probably losing to the river, back to the river. That micro stuff, no matter how good you pan it, when it's this concentrated, you're going to lose some of that. So it's better to bring it home, run it through like a blue bowl or some type of a separator, and get all the gold that you worked hard for. Spending the time to do all the separating means less gold in the end because you lose some, and I could do more pans and get more gold and do the cleanup at home. But that's some good looking stuff. Definitely happy with that. That was a good day. At least a gram in there, maybe a pennyweight, maybe even more. Let's get our gear on, head out of here, hike back up to the gold shack. It's the day of the salamander. They're everywhere. This one over here, those are breadcrumbs. And it totally ate a breadcrumb. No animal got in our stuff. So far we haven't had any issues with that. We have cameras, and when I'm at home I can see on these cameras, they're wireless, well, cellular cameras. I can see animals. I see mountain lions, bears, ring-tailed cats, skunk, squirrels, fox. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I think I've seen some raccoons and some possums. That's about it. We've seen an owl too. And one time I left the trash here, and I want to say about a week later, a bear came and got into the trash. And I yelled at him through the cameras and he took off, and he actually didn't come back. So bears are pretty cool here. There doesn't seem to be any problems yet. If you're interested in purchasing gold and minerals included in these episodes, please check out my Etsy store with the link listed below. I'd like to say thank you to all my Patreon members. It's because of you that these adventures are possible, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support. If you're considering becoming a Patreon member, check out the link in the description below. Patreon members have many benefits, including group dig events, access to my private gold claim, free Paydirt, and locations to some of my favorite spots included in these episodes, so you can experience your own golden adventure. There's also a link in the top right corner of the next screen. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and drop a comment below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you heavy pans.